Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Into the Depths anime podcast. We are on episode 4.
Hello, hello. This is your boy Vent. Here we're gonna be talking about the anime that you like, that I like, everybody likes. Leave a comment down below and let us know what you want us to talk about.
And what you like, because you used a lot of like.
Yes, like this video.
And subscribe, please.
Yes, it helps out a lot.
Yes. And just a heads up, we got our first, big comment on episode 2 recently. I showed you in regards to Mushoku
Yes,
Tensei.
that is true. The person that commented seems to have a lot of knowledge on um Mushoku, so that was good. Some good information.
Absolutely. And I honestly like if more comments and more comments come in, maybe we will discuss, like if you have anything to say about a particular show, a particular anime, it's not, out of the question that we'd want to, kind of discuss about it. I think that definitely opens up for more anime talking.
Yeah, the people want you to see that anime that you never finished.
Hey, I will eventually get back to Dead Man Wonderland.
Mm.
Anyway, solo leveling arrived. I have finally played it after the last time. I know you have finally played it.
Yes, what do you think about it?
Um, Combat's pretty simple. It's cool. The whole, evasion thing. I have a
Hmm.
video I'm still obviously editing for that. So I have my kind of my first reaction to the tutorial essentially. Might be have that split into 2 videos or so. We'll see about that. And the overall, I really like how the story works because it's kind of it jumps back and forth between 3D and this kind of like manga panel style. I thought that was really cool.
Hmm.
Which
It is the
I think that's how
keep going.
the um what's it called? Whatever the manhwas are on the website they have them. It's like something tunes or something like
Yeah.
that.
Hmm.
Is that how that's styled? I think that's how it's styled.
I believe so. Don't quote me on this, but I believe that's how the manhwa style sort of looks. So I liked it how it looks.
They do a good job at flipping back and forth because it's not doesn't feel jarring or anything. It feels like it fades in properly, and I kind of love that entire thing. And I make note of
What
that. I'm just like love this.
What do you think about the combat?
The combat's pretty simple, pretty easy, and you can evade attacks, and then you can do special like left shift attacks and bring out characters as support. And then I didn't expect you to actually be able to fight with your supports in a separate thing too, because you can do that at the gates. So,
Hmm.
so I guess it does
So
pay to have good characters as supports too.
yeah, there's a special mission that I encounter myself where you don't use Son Jingwoo. Let's explain a little bit over here. So in the game, you're actually Son Jingwoo. You're the main character, and you're progressing through the story as him. Now you get to summon support characters that will help you attacking, or you take over them. Sort of like a game that we know, like Genshin
Yeah,
or stuff like that. But there's a special gate. I think it might be
I think it's literally called
B
Special Gate because
plus. Yeah.
I did see it in my episode 2. Will actually be episode 4 or 3 potentially. Spoilers.
So um the what happens is that in that gate you can use Sun Jin Woo, but you use your support character. So it's always good to have a good support character that helps out and take the looks of what weaknesses that goes into that stage. I don't have a lot. I think I have like 3 or 4, but I keep them like up to level. You can raise their level as long as Sun Jin Woo raises his level. Their
Yeah,
cap is Sun Jin Woo's level.
yeah, I've managed. It's kind of entering spoiler territory because this video hasn't even been released yet. But I have gotten some more 4 stars characters. There's a lot of tank characters in that pool, and I'm just like, do we need all these tank characters?
Well, I'm just going with what I think. So I made a few summons. Mhm.
Have you got any SSR characters yet, or
You know me. You know my luck. No.
the Diluc man?
So it's happening. It's Genshin is happening all over again.
I haven't
What
pulled
I
one
did
either.
get, What I did get was a book, a 5-star book called the Book of Tatis, and it's really good. Even though it's not meant for Sun Jingwoo, I equipped it to him, and it raised his attack. So until I find something else, that's what he's gonna be using.
Yeah, it seems weapons are higher pool in the SSR pool than anything else, because
I mean, look, it's not bad because you
it's not.
technically only need Sun Jingwoo, but
You just need some decent supports to do the other gates. But
hmm
so
that's
it
true.
it is what it is on that. I'm still working on the editing for the video, like I said, so I'll eventually have that out on my channel. And Wednesday, again, it's gonna. It's funny enough, it could be Wuthering Waves Wednesday. WWW.
It's I'm sad that it's not gonna be on consoles or anything, so I might have to get it on a computer or mobile, and I don't like playing mobile that much.
Can always queue into my stream to see if it's something you're really interested in, then you might go jump on the PC.
Sure, I'm always on your stream. You just don't see me.
You probably are lurking there at all times.
Well, I write to you every time.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. You might be lurking there. You might be lurking there even when you don't say
Yeah, that is true. I don't say anything. I
anything.
just put it on and leave it running.
There's a lot of pre-registration rewards too. I've seen like a layout of them, and it's crazy because so many people are pre-registered for Wuthering Waves, and that's another one. I'm going in free to play. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. Starville has got me, and it's not gonna let go of me. And that's because I've gotten so used to Honkai Star Rail luck rates for characters that I feel like I'm not really losing much. Other games have made me feel like I am losing much. I don't know how well Wuthering Wave system is yet, so we'll see. The combat seems to be really cool for Wuthering Waves, though. I know this is probably the
Yeah,
second episode we've talked about this.
you talk to me about every day.
Maybe, maybe not every day. Come on. But anyway, yes. Potentially evening Wuthering Waves stream on Wednesday. I'm gonna try to do that because it's very funny to have alliteration. 3 W's, Wuthering Waves Wednesday, not Thursday, because I think that's the official date, but it comes out earlier in my time zone, which is PST.
So check it out and let me know. You might like it. Let's see how it is, because a lot of people are waiting for it. A lot of people have higher expectations for it, but giving us to Genshin and Honkai's
Rise.
success, yeah, success, they might judge too harshly Wuthering Waves, like it happened with Tower of Fantasy. And they were saying that was gonna be the Genshin killer, and look at it now, it flopped like really hard.
They keep saying it's gonna be the Genshin killer, and it's the case of even if Wuthering Waves is good, I'd probably still play Genshin, so it's not gonna kill it. People need to be like, it's the Genshin killer, and then be like, well, I can just play both.
Mm, not everybody thinks like you.
I know not everybody thinks that. They're probably looking to be like, is this gonna kill it? And then see a bunch of things, and then it doesn't exactly pan out.
So a lot of people just want to have the one game that has what they need, what they crave for. And let's say if I am playing it with Wuthering Waves and Genshin doesn't have it, of course I'm gonna move from one game to the other because I'm having more fun with the other one. However, that's what I mean when I say not a lot of people think like you, because you would be like, no, I will play this one and then this one and do the dailies on the third one and then circle around to go to the fourth one. You'll play all of them if you're able to.
It might be a 5 by the time I'm done with all of this. I'm waiting for Azure Promilia, which is by the creators of Azure Lane. I'm waiting for that one. We don't have a release date yet. I want to play it because it's kind of like a mix of everything I'm playing. It like has Genshin elements, it has Power World elements, it has so many things. It's just like, how many games do you want in one game? Yes.
Well, you do say that you want to play every game that's coming out too, so.
I mean, I at least like to try it. I know that it's not necessarily I'm gonna stick with it. Like I don't know how long solo leveling Arise will last in my person to continue playing it. It depends.
Mhm.
Like, maybe when I hit the end of free to play as far as I can go, then that might end it for me, or it might just go on kind of a hiatus or so for me. Who knows? It depends on how I feel, you know. Like Genshin and Star Rail
Bro,
has kept me hooked.
you will never go on a hiatus from a gacha game, bro. You love them way too much.
I mean, I stopped playing Blue Archive and I played Blue Archive for a little while.
Yeah, but you jumped to another one.
Still have the
You
account.
still play
I can still
you
jump.
still play Genshin, you still play, like, you are always playing a gacha game.
Genshin and Star Rail are the two that I feel are solidified with me because I feel like the rates are like really good and easy to maneuver. Star Rail has given I've had so much luck on Star Rail's gacha that it's just hard to leave. And also I love the story in Star Rail. Like the fact that I finished the story or the version in like 2 or 3 days. I literally had like a super long 6 hour stream for Star Rail. Six actually it was more than six.
You
Technically.
get too obsessed with them.
I love the story and there's just a lot of things about it in general. Anyway, moving on from gotcha because this could be a topic for who knows how long. Let's go and talk about. How about we start with this? Because we had an anime that started 2 weeks ago. It was a late one, aka the Demon Slayer is back for the Hashira training arc. Your
Good
favorite
arc.
arc?
Good arc. Yes. Well, if they put what I like on it, yes, it will be my favorite arc.
Okay, so do you have a favorite moment in this arc?
Oh yes, I do.
And you haven't necessarily been watching it. It's because you just read the manga,
Um, what do you mean? Just because I say you shouldn't you shouldn't open the window at night,
right?
even though the moon is beautiful tonight.
Oh boy. Yeah, episode 1 was an hour long, just like they typically do in normal fashion. You know, on episode 1, we start
Mhm.
off with why every time I feel like every time we're in episode 1, Tanjiro's in the bed in the hospital in the
In Yes, yes.
every
For
time.
every new season, Tanjiro is hurt. It's like it used to be a joke on the seasons prior. If you notice, every season he's in bed hurt and with no sword.
Yeah,
Think about it. That's why
he breaks it every time.
Haganasuka wants to kill him every time because he either loses his sword or breaks his sword or something happens to him.
Yeah, it is kind of funny how that happens. But yeah, we see things. I know they put more focus on the other Hashira that really haven't gotten focus because we've had focus on, we had focus on Rangoku in one season. We had focus on why is his
The
name
Love
not?
Hashira season.
Yeah, we had Love Hashira last season plus Mist Hashira, and
The
then we
Mist
had
Hashira.
the Ninja Hashira.
That's Obanai.
Yeah, yeah, he was in the red light district, obviously.
Snake Boy.
Oh no, I was talking about.
Oh no, Tengen, Usui
Oh,
Tengen.
it's
Yeah, yeah,
Tengen.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, it's not Tenzin. I
Yes.
was close. Tengen. Okay, yeah, we had to focus on
People are
him.
gonna murder you for misspelling that name, bro.
I was trying to think of it on the top of my head without looking it up. There's that. But so now we've started off with more focus on the Snake Hashira and the Wind Hashira in episode 1, where they
Well,
kind of
it's not.
visit ruins of sorts.
Well, yes. So it's an old castle. It's not that the focus was is gonna be on them for the whole
Oh yeah,
season. It just that it started with them, so it's kind of like going into the action when the series starts with the Hashiras hunting. They're actually on a mission. They didn't send any of the lowers. Where they were there, but they sent two Hashiras instead of one. So that means that things are going real. And then they were looking for some the old castle, and by the end of the events that were happening, you see the demon disappearing, and you see the actual what's the name of the palace thing.
I don't actually remember the name of the palace. I know I know they
And
happen upon it and then they get kicked out.
yes,
Which
so that's what inspired the whole arc.
here, let me look it up. Name of Muzan's castle or palace.
think this endless corridor or
The
something.
Infinity Castle. How could I not remember that?
Okay. Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
There
because
we go.
we had that. We saw that last. Was it last season? Might have been last season where they were all kind of there having a meeting.
We see it on every season.
Yeah. But yeah, we saw them
Yep.
in there. I know the focus isn't necessarily on those two. I think the focus is on any Hashira that didn't get focused previously.
So they will all get some screen time on this one. Well, I don't know how the anime is gonna do it, but they should have gotten some screen time. Like you see all of them on.
Including
I
Tengen.
think yes, they all come back, and they're banding together to help the rookies, not the rookies, the under the Hashiras, the trainees or whatever, because they're not trainees. They raised rank. I remember. I think Tanjiro raised rank too.
Yeah.
All of them did. As you notice now, they're each of the
I mean, they're training for a particular reason. It's not just to train them, it's also to train
yes,
themselves because they want to get what
the
Tanjiro
mark.
first got. Yes. The mark.
Mm-hmm. So they already know that when the first mark wielder comes out, it's gonna make the others bring out their mark. So they wanna train to see if they can pull that mark out of them. You also see on seasons prior, Inosuke and Zenitsu, they've only gone on missions together. I think, well, yeah, because Inosuke is kind of a wild thing.
Yes.
But now you see that they were both on, all three of them were on different missions.
Yes.
While Tanjiro was on the Swordsman Village, Zenitsu was on another mission, so was Inosuke. So now you see the confidence there for them to go on their own. And now I'm talking about Zenitsu. Zenitsu is a crybaby. Don't get me wrong, I like Zenitsu. So Zenitsu is a crybaby who never wants to fight by himself. And you saw him go back to the hospital thing by himself. So that means that he's getting more confident on doing missions by himself.
Yes. And going back to the mark thing, obviously, they tried to figure out, of course, how you get the mark, and Tanjiro is no good at explaining how to get the mark because he's just
Yes.
explaining his gut feeling with like boom and bam and
It's because Tanjiro nor the Love Hashira are calm and collected.
not like the Miss Hashira.
Oh, Miss Hashira has like no feelings, so that's why he's able to describe it.
Yeah, he's able to describe and also down to the detail of temperature of their body, which is just like okay, a little concerning,
Yeah,
but
he's smart because he doesn't have the emotions blocking him, so he is smart.
oh, then the other like turning point because we know now that the demons have kind of less came up right now, but now they're coming after a particular person, aka they're going after Nezuko because she can be in the sun now.
Yes. So now their aim is gonna be to try to get Nezuko to Muzan, so Muzan can be a demon out on the sun.
She's the first one that's managed it somehow. Will they explain that?
I
Because
thought,
I feel like
mm,
will they actually explain
I
that?
thought,
Because this feels like
I don't think she's a, because didn't Tamayo was able to do something like that too?
oh,
Walk
she
around in day.
oh, she had to hang out in the dark.
Oh, she did? Then I'm confusing it.
But doesn't she always just
Anyways,
hang out inside? But that could just be because she's a demon and going outside kind of risky.
yeah, well, she is hiding because Muzan was looking for her to kill her. So because she has something that Muzan wants, and I think it's Tamayo has helped Tanjiro and Nezuko a lot, so that's why she doesn't go out a lot because she gets found. That's why
Yeah,
when you see the crow reached her, she's like, "How did you find this place?"
freaking crow with like a scarf and has Aizen's VA on it, and I'm just like, man, this is such a dapper crow.
Cool crow. You shouldn't leave the window.
I wasn't expecting to have Aizen's VA. It's funny.
Hmm. Well, the man wanted to be a crow. Let him be a crow.
Uh, And then we also know that the master's not really going to see them anymore because he's just at that state.
Yes, so they appointed the new person to take over. He's still alive, but he's bedridden. Like his curse has gotten so bad that he's not gonna be able to do a lot.
Yeah. And then the end of episode 1, because we see that Giyu is kind of taking a step back and staying away from everybody. We see that the master told Tanjiro if you could essentially push him to coming out.
Well, they need with the current training, they need all the help possible, all the Hashiras to come
Yeah.
and help. Now he's backing up because he doesn't feel like he
Deserves
earned
it.
the spot that he's in yet. So that's why he says that he's different from the others, which is not. He's really strong. We saw him take on Rui himself when just one strike and killed him.
Yeah,
And that was
he's underlooking
Mhm.
his own abilities,
Yep.
which
So
that's why he needs Tanjiro to kind of just like, hey, you gonna come train with me? Hey, you gonna come train with me?
Tanjiro's like a puppy, bro.
Freaking golden retriever.
Yep.
Throw the ball.
Tanjiro retriever.
Throw it right now. Oh, you got the ball again? Can you throw it again? Uh, Eventually to the point where Tanjiro finally gets to him, and he's about to be like, I'll come join your training. He's like, do you want to do a soba eating contest?
And they did. Funny thing.
Yeah, they did. They did the soba eating contest, and then he's just like, yeah, I'll join in the training.
Yeah. So it just the reason why they sent Tanjiro to go talk to him is because it's first off they had the same masters. Second, it's because of Giyu that Tanjiro's on the Demon Slayer corpse because Giyu kind of recruited him.
I don't know about Demon Slayer Corpse, but core.
Oh, core. Okay, my bad. Core.
Uh,
Yeah, and they know that there's like a slight connection between Tanjiro and him, and they know Tanjiro's personality. Tanjiro's personality, he brought Genya to talk with him and stop being the person he was, like the rebel type.
yeah.
Well, he's still gonna be rebel, but he talks to Tanjiro normally now.
Yeah, you mean the Bakugo?
The one with the gun.
Yeah, I think he has Bakugo's VA, actually.
That's the Wind Hashira.
Is it?
Unless he voices the two of them.
I don't know if I heard the Wind Hashira enough. I can tell you. Yeah, he voices Genya. Bakugo's VA is the
Oh,
same as Genya's.
okay. All right. Well, you had it right then.
Yeah, I knew my VAs. I've heard Bakugo enough. For sure. I don't know who the Wind Hashira is.
Bakugo.
I don't think they would do two. I don't think they would. I don't think they would. I don't
I
think we
wouldn't
got.
be surprised. I heard Tanjiro when they were doing the one of on another season.
Yeah. So I know also that by the bird, obviously, Tomoya was asked to come to the Demon Slayer Corps to work with Shinobu, right?
Yes.
To kind of help solve the issues and help to involve Nezuko and the other Hashira and stuff like that, right? Medicinal stuff. And we also, of course, get a starting glimpse to Shinobu's going to a backstory with her apprentice on why, and also saying that she's not doing the training and whatnot. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
So we're gonna get a little bit of a backstory from her now.
about time. I don't think we really got much from Shinobu in a little while. Last time we seen her was that forest arc,
Mm-hmm.
the one with the.
So
I
I think this is the one arc that we get a lot of backstory from all of them, honestly,
mean, they
or
do need
most of them.
they do need to cover like the Snake Hashira, the Wind Hashira. They haven't really gotten to them, and the one I don't know much about. What's his face? The big guy.
Oh, Gyomei or whatever his name is.
I don't actually know his name because I haven't seen him enough for it. But yes, him. He kind of seems. Is he kind of more like a leader role at the moment of everybody? Like the kind of vibe.
No, he's just like the priest of the group, so people kind of respect him a little
Yeah.
bit. He's strong. He's strong. He really is strong. So that's why when he clapped his hands and it started shaking, that's the pressure that he was doing.
All right, we should probably move on because this topic is a long while. We could talk about this for hours. Let's go on and talk about some My Hero Academia. Yeah, we're going to the big two right now. So, My Hero Academia. Trying to remember. Oh yes. We had the ending to the Stars and Stripes versus Shigaraki in episode 2.
So
And
short.
yeah, unfortunate. A lot of people are actually mad that she had like 2 episodes.
Well, I mean, yeah, they introduced somebody uberly strong and just to have her die in one episode.
Yeah, it is actually kind of sad because she is really cool as a character. And it actually makes you like her as a character in 2 episodes, which is kind of rare.
Yep, but the problem is that if they didn't do it, it was gonna ruin the whole stories. Because to be fair and honest, Shigaraki can be taken out by a side character that just showed up. That
Yes,
wouldn't be right.
it would have been interesting to be like, oh, well, she's the main character now. Sorry,
Mhm.
Deku.
I mean, look, she could if she wanted to. Okay,
Yeah,
all she had to say was order it.
new order. I'm the main character now.
Yep,
Uh,
that so
but anyway, she did manage to essentially cripple him and get rid of a lot of his quirks by sacrificing her.
so I don't
Essentially
know.
by time for about a week.
Yes. So what she did was she placed an order, like you
Placed
said
in order.
before. Yeah, yeah. So
He could.
he can only do 2 orders at a time,
Yeah,
I think. So and she was always
it's
keeping
2.
1 order on herself at all times, to reinforce herself. So that's why she was only using 1 order. But when she got touched, she gave a new order and she said revolt. So that means that her quirk, once inside of Shigaraki, was gonna start revolting against, stage a coup d'etat and start fighting every other quirk out there to just to destroy it. But the man has a lot of quirks, so that doesn't even matter.
I mean, destroying a large portion of them. Like he mentioned, his reflect quirk got destroyed. Like, still destroying a lot of the ones he stockpiled means he still has a lot of quirks, but he has to try to stockpile again, essentially. And
Well,
also the damage.
you're forgetting a simple thing.
Yeah,
So Shigaraki, how did he get to have all those quirks?
all for one, stealing it from.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, and you think All for One passed all his quirks to Shigaraki?
probably not. He probably just stole them from a bunch of random passerbys. I mean, he got that search ability from stealing it from one of the heroes, right? The cat, not the cat
Mhm.
girls. The I don't remember what they are again. They have like,
The doll cats.
yes, the doll cat dolls or whatever. Yeah, he stole that, which is a very important quirk because that means,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they know where you are at all times. They know where Deku
Yeah,
is at all times.
I
Because,
mean they knew before that, so they
well, I
didn't
just
really need
mean
that quirk.
it was a plot relevant thing in the I think the last season, having the search ability because Deku was running and they were able to find them essentially. So it's that kind of thing. Obviously, we don't know how many quirks they have. It's just that some were destroyed, and hopefully they were important
I
ones.
I do.
You do tons,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
tons and tons and tons.
Mm-hmm. A lot.
But it was funny seeing him try to, of course, realize New Order is essentially killing him from the inside, killing all of his.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to pass it on to some random passerby, and like, obviously, her final word was idiot because he couldn't do it in time. The New Order was killing itself too in the process.
Yeah, so he New Order was fighting all the other quirks inside the Mind Palace thing.
Yeah,
Um they were going at it. He was destroying other quirks, but at the same time they were fighting too stay alive, the other quirks, so they kind of were going at it too. So,
because they were taking damage at the same time. It's just that New Order
mm-hmm,
had more strength output, so they could destroy more, but that doesn't mean they weren't taking damage.
mm-hmm.
And therefore, they lost New Order and a bunch of quirks. Losing New Order.
Possible outcome that could have happened. Shigaraki would have gotten so OP that he didn't even have to do anything. All he had to do was like New Order, the Earth was split apart. That's it. New Order. All
That's what I mean. Is this like it was, essentially it was the worst thing that could have happened for the hero side if he did have New Order.
okay.
Yeah.
Now you worded it differently.
Yeah, I had to reword that, but yes. So luckily New Order got destroyed and he didn't get it.
Yes.
It is an OP quirk. And yeah. But quirks obviously will lead into the follow-up episode of My Hero Academia, where, All For One mentions, hey, I have friends all around. And they fake us out by, wishing to, Invisible Girl for a second. They're just like, I have friends in all these places. Switches to, Invisible Girl. Like, oh, are you trying to insinuate that Invisible Girl is an op?
Is the trader?
Yeah. But then you figure out, and it's just not somebody you would really expect to be the traitor, and it's Sparkling Boy.
Well, he was trying to give hints since the very beginning. Remember,
Forgot his name.
when I can stop twinkling.
I can't stop.
Aoyama.
Aoyama, that's what it was.
So he was trying to give hints to Deku, but he didn't know how to actually say it. Back on season 2, I think it was, when he left a note that said, "I know your secret,"
Yeah.
and he was trying to come forward, but at the end he couldn't. He didn't have the guts to tell him. So he's been giving hints that he's the traitor, but he didn't have the guts to tell him out of fear for his family. He knows that if he betrays
All For One.
All For One, then his family's gonna have to pay for it.
I mean, considering the reason he even got affiliated with All For One isn't his own accord. It was his family essentially working with him to give him a quirk. Though at the same point, if you look at it, that quirk was not worth it.
Well, they didn't specify. They just said they wanted their boy to have a quirk, regardless of what it was. They wanted their boy to be happy. So the quirk has potential. It's not the greatest one, but All For One makes sure he didn't give him one that would be dangerous. You know?
I saw a comment and it's just like it was kind of funny. And the comment was essentially like, oh, he wants the quirk. Let me find the most disgusting and terrible quirk I have in my arsenal. Here you
Why
go.
disgusting?
I don't know why they said disgusting exactly, but
Because the need for him to go to the bathroom was a side effect since his body's not used to having a quirk. So
oh,
every time he uses it, he needs to.
I didn't actually
Um,
know about that that's something that happens. I forgot about that.
yeah. So every time he uses it for more than like 5 seconds, I think he gets the urge to go to the bathroom, and
Oh,
that's a side effect. It's like Deku when he first started using One for All.
and then
He broke
breaking.
his arms,
Yeah.
legs, and all that because his body was not used to the impact that it was going to receive. So that's why Aoyama, whenever he used his quirks, his body's not used to handling that. So that's why he needs to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, to end this off on My Hero, we know that next episode they're gonna kind of use Oyama as a means of essentially getting a one up over the villain side because right now they had no idea where All For One is, and it's hard to find him. So they're gonna essentially try to use him to feed false information to get them a step ahead. Essentially.
That's going to be hard to fool somebody that has a scanning quirk and a lie detecting quirk.
I don't feel like it's gonna work out as well as they plan, but it's something, I suppose.
I'm just telling you, this is where all begins. That's all.
This is where the fun begins. I mean, you've already
The
seen
fun's been matter. Yeah.
you've seen the opening, so you probably know a lot more than I do. So
Yes, yes, I do. Unfortunately.
we'll find out more next time. We should move on. Kaiju number
Okay,
8.
let's do this. So it was a great episode. I liked it.
It was a great episode. I
um,
liked it.
no, it was good. It is showing more and more development on Kafka's side, even though he's not showing his strength yet. But he showed us on this episode that
His
it
brain.
doesn't only take. Yes,
I
yes.
told you, strategist. Come on, man.
He's a support,
Come on. It's kind of like a strategist of sorts, you know.
and the episode was cool. A lot happened. My boy, what's his name? What's his name? The one that helps Kafka.
Yeah.
So he, according to what they say, he has a potential to become a captain too. It's the blonde girl and him.
Yeah, I
Even
remember that.
though he doesn't have, yeah, even though he doesn't have the most, the power combat.
Yes.
But they're watching him of what he's doing and all that. He's fighting on his own way, as to we saw in the episode that he changed from the regular bullets to freeze bullets to overcome him working alone. So that slows them down and he's able to kill them. So they were watching all that at the same time they were watching Kafka figure out the cores and the eggs. So that was good.
You know what I think they should do, just from the knowledge of this alone? They should form a new team for analyzing the corpses of these kaiju. So that way they
I
can use it into strategy against, the kaiju.
and have Kafka be the captain.
Yes, he can be the lead of the analyst team.
So I honestly I thought about that they could do. I don't think it's gonna happen at any time soon, but they could do another group if they don't have it already, for them being the analyst of the group. Like they send somebody that's able to analyze more than the guys that are behind the desk over there that are not doing anything.
Yeah, they can just kind of go out there. Like they can be in the back, kind of like they're this, the back portion, they're the back end, and they're just there. Once something is killed, they can go out there, look at the parts of it, analyze it. I found the weakness. This is where the core is, everybody.
Yeah, like the body disposal team, but the if you put it on their actual team, they can do that because they were having to wait from the guys from the front line to happen to find out the weakness.
Absolutely. I think it's a
And
perfect role
nobody
for
ever
him.
said anything. Yep, I agree. I agree. And now at the end over there of the episode, we found out that our boy met up with the other variant,
The
with number
kaiju, the
9.
kaiju that turned human.
Yes, so let's call it for now number 9. We don't know, but Kafka's number 8 and the guy's
Yeah.
the same thing. So
So we'll have to see how that confrontation goes about on the next episode.
on the next episode.
And thus we'll move on to the next one. I know we're kind of quickly going through these now. God's Game We Play, man.
Ooh,
So
unexpected.
we had the entire game within these last 2 episodes. This game against
Yes,
this god involving flowers, and essentially there's a bunch of
sunflowers.
flowers that do nothing. And then there's the
Hmm.
sunflower, and then there's the poison flower. Poison flower stuns for 5 seconds. The sunflower is needed
Hmm.
to win the game.
Yes, so it was a really good tactic of what happened here. I was not expecting it. I didn't believe when they both said that they had the sunflower. Honestly, I didn't believe it, but I thought the girl, the one that run fast, the stronger girl, I thought she was the one that had it for sure.
Yeah.
But it came out it was not. So the protagonist is very good he's a very good tactician, I'll tell you that, but he doesn't want to sit on the sidelines. Moreover, um what's the other guy's name? His rival?
Dax.
He's
Dax. DAX.
Nox?
I think it's,
Dax,
yeah.
yes. So yes, Dax, I didn't think that he would work so well with him because he's his self proclaimed rival. And
We know why now.
lo and behold, yeah, it worked honestly.
No, we
Like
know why,
I
because
honestly, yeah, because they made a bet. He made
yes.
a bet with the one girl.
Yeah,
But it honestly worked, and if it weren't for him, they wouldn't have won.
because he's the one with the flower. He had the sunflower all
He
along.
was the one with the flag. Yes. What about that ending at the end?
The
A risk wins.
Oh yeah, and I'm wondering about that because it looks like she was losing against the bookkeeper.
I think she lost.
So I'm just like, oh, how does that gonna work out here? The fact that the fact that we were wondering how she was gonna come back into the games to begin with, um, and
Hmm.
they introduced the bookkeeper is as something further
Bookkeeper
added.
looked exactly like her too.
Yeah, it's probably just a reflection of yourself.
Yeah, probably. But here's the thing. So
Get
before
back
they
in the
went to go see the bookkeeper,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's kind of essentially like to get back in the game, you have to defeat yourself.
Something like that. But they were risking Faye was gonna risk his wins to go play against. So they decided on Pearl's wins to go risk it. But
Yeah,
he also said that he was gonna be betting on his wins too. So I don't know how that's gonna work out. At the same time, you can't keep making Faye keep winning
yeah,
because eventually that's gonna get to people like, oh, he's gonna win anyways. They have to do something like no game, no life. Mind you, one of my favorites animes.
yes.
That even though you knew that Sora and Shiro were gonna win, it got to points that you thought that they were gonna lose, and they always made a comeback. Like on the one with Gibril, that you thought that they were gonna lose, and they thought ahead of time, and the one with the last one, the Gun Gal battle, you thought that they were gonna lose too, but they pulled through.
I'm thinking back to that one where they bet their existences.
Which one was that with Gibril?
No, that was with
Oh no, the first one.
the one where they had to
That
bet
was
their
the first.
existences so that way he
Yeah,
could pass his memories along to the other girl. That was his
the
entire
chess
play.
one.
It was kind of like I don't know if it was checkers or something, but it was a game where they both disappeared and essentially
Oh wait, yeah. So I get it, That Shido had to go at this one by herself because
yes,
nobody remembered Sora. Yeah, I get it.
that was a crazy one itself.
That was a crazy one too. I thought that they were gonna lose,
But
but
when God's
moving
game will play,
moving forward.
we'll
Mhm.
get to see what happens with the bookkeeper on the next one.
Yes, so it's pretty interesting. If you guys haven't watched it, we're a few episodes in. I do recommend that you guys go watch it. It's good.
Mushoku Tensei. There was none this week, but we did have the Turning Point 3 happen on the last week.
Turning point. So tell me something here.
Yes.
What is your choice in here?
No matter what you choose, there will be regrets. And the
No
choice he
matter
had to
what you
make.
choose.
Yep. No matter what you choose. On one end,
So,
you can leave
mhm,
and your kid will grow up without you. Because that's essentially what
mhm,
happened. Is your kid could grow up without
you can
you,
abandon your family.
and then you would go and save your mom. And it's like, well, there's that. Or you could stay at home with your kid, and then for all you know, your
Possibly
mom
lose your
might,
family.
yeah, possibly lose your
Hmm.
entire family.
So the turning point on this one, what it's looking like is he the God told him that he would regret whatever choice he made, but he would regret it more if he goes to wherever his parents are. So he got a mail saying that they needed reinforcements.
Yeah.
So the God told him, if you go there, you're gonna regret it. When he asked why, it was because if you leave, you're not gonna be with your wife. You're not gonna see your son, your daughter, whatever it is, grow. You're not gonna see your sisters. You're gonna be away for a lot of time. And if you go over there, you're gonna regret some stuff over there too. Now, if you don't go, you might regret not being able to help out. So it's in like between the sword and the wall right there. So it's there's not a good choice that he can make. Either way, he's gonna regret it. And this turning point, it's forcing him to suffer no matter what.
Yeah, it's kind of rather than a more of a destructive choice, it's more of like a mental choice where it could mess something up in his life, which in a way, you know, is destructive, I would say, but not as
Mm-hmm.
like destructive physically, more destructive mentally. Knowing that you'll come back
Yes.
later, even though you saved your mom and stuff, but your kid's like, who are you?
I still, yeah, that's gonna be rough. I still feel like a red flag, like somebody's gonna
Right.
not make it if he goes there.
Yeah, I feel like it's the turning point is not over.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a call here. We're in episode 4, correct?
Episode 4, 6 actually.
No, no, on our podcast.
Oh, we're on episode 4. Yes.
We're on episode 4 here. I don't read the manga. I'm just straight up watching it. I'm gonna make a call that I feel like one of his parents are not gonna make it.
Yeah, I feel like
That's how I
I
feel.
feel like it's potentially Paul.
You think so too? I think it's Paul.
Because I mean, why would the mom die if they're trying to go save her? It seems kind of productive.
Well, I mean, they it could happen. Like they go there and they are not able to save her. They don't reach in
Jeez,
time or
imagine
something.
imagine the amount of freaking dread that would be. You go through, you go and find her, and she's dead. Like, damn, that would be
But the
insanity.
god did say that he was gonna regret it.
Yeah,
So
it's probably that kind of regret. But we'll find out
so
what the
I
regret is in the coming episode.
true. No, I think that it's gonna be a loss though. The thing that he's gonna regret is gonna be a loss.
Probably gonna be a lot. Go go lose a ranger.
This anime keeps getting better and better every single time, every single episode. And I don't wanna high praise it, overhype it, but you tell me, what do you think of this episode?
You mean the last 2 episodes? I would say. Wait, let's start with
Yes.
the interesting thing is I didn't expect is the redhead's sister is pink.
Yes, I it slipped over my mind for a second there, but she is pink.
Yeah,
So we thought that it was yellow, right? The yellow girl.
yeah, and it
That's
was
what I
pink.
was thinking. It's pink. That's crazy.
Yeah, she's really crazy. I think they're all
She
pretty
looks
freaking.
crazy.
I think they're all pretty insane though. Like every one of those rangers, every one of the dragon keepers,
I think it's a requirement though.
to be insane.
Don't say it really loud. People might get mad. The Power Rangers are crazy, man.
Oh, and also to think that freaking the red-haired kid had one of the minions in the closet. What the heck?
One of the originals,
Yeah,
one of the main ones that she's battle prepared. She's not like the fighters.
yeah.
I think she's a fighter, but like one of the OG fighters, so they're not built the same way.
It seems like that because she did. She mentioned how he was kind of like the newer generation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's
So
that,
that mm-hmm.
and then of course we have this big test examination on the last episode we just had.
It was really good. I was not expecting the Mohawk dude to come back.
Freaking tappered up
So
and bandages all over his face.
so he's not dead, people. We said that we thought he died on the first few episodes, but he's not dead. It made it seem like he died, but he's back. He's caught a disgrace now because he got beaten up by a fighter.
And then is it? I'm trying to understand this. Did Yellow dress up like a villain?
Yellow dress up like a villain? What do you mean?
Like the whole outfit, kind of like a delinquent.
Yellow?
Yeah, is that what is?
Mm,
Wasn't she taking part in the training? Like this?
yes, she was, but I don't remember her seeing her like a villain dressed.
I don't know. Maybe that was another like character, the one that had like the outfit on and the twin tails, and maybe that was a different character.
There was another one with the twin tails over there. The one with I think I'm not sure, but they were acting like they were the monsters. So because on the test they had to be the monsters to attack the recruits.
But yeah, it's kind of just a competitive battle. And good thing I warned you about the after credit scene if you didn't realize. But you saw that there was a big
Yeah,
portion.
I saw it before you told me. I was watching it, so as I realized that there was when I was gonna stop the episode, I saw that there was a lot of time just for the ending song. And
Yeah.
I'm like, this isn't right. So I watched it. What surprises me the most is that Fighter D is qualifying to go into Red Squad.
Yeah, it's because he wants to. He doesn't
Yeah,
want
no,
to
I
like.
know.
He
I
doesn't.
I know, but I don't think he chooses. I think they chose for him. Because
It's
I don't know, we still need more information on this one.
yeah, we definitely need it. All right, let's go to
So,
Moonlit Fantasy.
ooh, is it about time?
Yeah, I think we've had some crazy episodes.
So what's going on this one?
Last one, I think the last one not so much, right? But this episode, we actually have, we actually had a visit from more like a not like a visit, but more or less like a forced teleportation to the goddess.
According to Makoto, that's the third time he said, "This is my third time being summoned." So
Did we
that's
see
why
the
he
other two
was.
times? I can't remember.
So the one was with the dragon fight thing, and I'm missing one, or he means when he got summoned for the first time to her, and then she. Oh, this it is the third one
Oh,
because he's counting the first time he descended down into the lands. That's the first teleportation, summoning thing that he got. Then the second time was when the goddess dropped him on the battlefield, and now's
yeah.
the third time.
Hmm. Okay then. Yeah, I mean, from that exchange, obviously, you could see the hatred back and forth.
Yeah.
But he did get something out of this. I don't know because we haven't really seen it in use yet. But apparently he got the ability to speak common.
Or so she said. I don't know because he started bleeding from the eye, so I don't know
Yeah, I'm
what that.
wondering if she tampered with something as a result of that. Like, gave it to him, but like added something extra.
Yeah, I don't. We you can't trust that goddess though. After she did him
Yeah,
so wrong,
for all we know, she could have nerfed him.
there's no nerfing our boy.
I mean, she could have just out of spite. He already cursed him. Remember that he couldn't speak common before.
True enough. But what did the goddess tell him to do?
To go save the heroes, essentially. Work with the heroes.
Work with the heroes, eliminate the threat to the heroes. So now our boy
See,
says that it's time.
he sent his entire demon, not entire demon plane, his strongest fighters of his demon plane to go take on the demon, area.
From somewhere else though. They're not
Yeah,
going to where he's going.
so they can get all 4 seasons in their demi plane. That's their goal. They
Um
mentioned.
that was their goal because I think he was doing it for the blue haired girls that he promised to.
Oh, that
Um,
too.
yeah.
That too. But
So
they
that's why
mentioned.
he's going over there.
I just don't remember Tomoe mentioning getting the 4th season in there, in the demi plane by capturing that area. So,
Mm.
because they did need territory that's in demon territory to get that 4th season, to kind of
But
balance things
that's
out.
because that's not technically. It is now technically a demon territory, but that used to be a human territory. So I don't. Well, I don't know. We just have to wait and see. I think that he just decided to make that move because he promised the other girls that he was gonna get their home back. However, now that the goddess is distracted, there's no way that she can interfere with it.
Yeah. But anyway, you know, they're at the war's doorstep. We're gonna see the cryberry here, baby hero. We're gonna see the
That
determined.
dude.
We're gonna see the determined other one.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna meet up with both of the heroes after all of this time. We're hitting the climax of this show really soon. I think we have 5 episodes left. Five in
It's
this
been
season.
a good show so far.
Yes, it has. Since we're kind of running a little on time, I might save some of these for next time. I'll just make note. I think we can cover one more. How about that? Let us talk
Okay.
about Azuma's crowning achievement in Konosuba.
Ooh, that so far this last episode, it's been the greatest I've ever seen in the Konosuba history, bro.
Where Kazuma actually shows. his medal with his skills and everything. You're just like, can we have this Kazuma all the time?
Yeah, he basically took down a whole army by himself fighting. He said that the time was right for him, and he started fighting. He was acting a villain, and he did so good. For the first time ever, he used his steel, and he didn't. Well, no, not first time ever. He stole swords and all that.
He stole a ring
Yes.
though.
Yeah, he stole the ring. So that's why I was saying for the first time ever. Yeah.
Not just
And
any ring.
the girl knew it was him too. At
Yeah.
the end, she's like, "Take care of the ring."
Anybody that defeats the demon lord, yeah. Well,
Yeah, gets to marry her. So now he has the ring. All he has to do is defeat the. So that's why it clicked. That's why Darkness said that he was on a quest to go defeat the demon lord.
yeah. So his future bride is there now.
So what do you think of this episode?
I think we need more Chris Kazuma ninja thief action. I feel like it's necessary.
Mhm. Well, yeah, because Kazuma's usually silly when he's with his group, but with Chris, he wasn't being silly. Like he was, but on a cool way.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, it was good, a pretty good episode. We haven't, but I think that will kind of wrap up this episode of the podcast. And then next time we can kind of cover some of those that we didn't cover. I think it's because we went really heavy into the Demon Slayer section, but
we like talking.
we like talking. So thank you guys all for watching this episode of Into the Depths Anime Podcast for episode 4.
Thank you guys for joining us one more time. Remember to leave your comments down below. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. Keep making comments like the guy from the previous video that made a comment on something with nice subject. So we read it, and so we appreciate that too. So thank you for the comments.
Yeah,
You guys have
absolutely.
a great night. Have a great day. Take care. See you soon.
See you soon, everybody.